Hello everyone, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing my October wrap up and my 10 Before the End book edition. So I got this idea from Larry Reed's. I don't know whose original idea it came from. I don't know which content creator came up with it. That's what I'll be doing in this video. Starting off with my October wrap up. So, the first book I read was Sicko by Emma Jones. This was a reread for me, and it was a great reread at that. Fourth reread, by the way. Every time it just gets better and better for me because the first time I read it, it was so fantastic. I can't picture any other story being told like this. Like it was just so phenomenal in my eyes, and it's still so phenomenal in my eyes. It still holds up till this day.
To this day.
Also, if I'm talking a little weird, it's because I got bands. Oh, that looks so ugly. Anyways, can't really tell you much about this. It will spoil it once again, and I do not want to do that. I want you to read it on your own. So there's that. Next book I read was also a reread, which was The Silver Swan. And oh, I forgot to tell you what I rated Sicko. I rated it 5 stars again and again. Every reread that I've had of that book, 5 stars. This one, on the other hand, though, is a complicated mixed bag because I loved this book when I first read it. I gave it 5 stars. I was like, this is unlike anything I've ever read before. Like, with every Emma Jones books, you always think you know what you're gonna expect, but she literally throws you a curveball. And that's the beauty of her writing. So, when I read this a second time around, I noticed some errors that I didn't notice beforehand, and I docked it a star, so I'm giving it a 4-star instead of a 5-star. I docked a star. Yeah. So there's that. Can't really tell you much about this as well, but just know it's secret society, dark romance, enemies to lovers. Then I read Anathema by Carrie Lake. This one took me quite a while to finish. Not gonna lie, this one took me 2 weeks. Normally, when a book takes me 2 weeks, I DNF it. I can't. But this book somehow, I don't know, I was taking my time with it, and in the end, it wound up being a 3-star. The middle section was very good. I loved it. And then it reached the climax, and it just kind of fell flat for me. Like the romance fell a little flat for me. Not gonna lie. Um, I was wishing for more, and the fantasy element was kind of really complex that I wasn't really grasping onto it as well as I thought I was, and it just overall was a bit of a letdown because I loved Nocticadia. Nocticadia was 5 stars for me. I loved it. Um and I've read Master of Salt and Bones by her as well, Carrie Lake, and I gave that one 4 stars, and I also really loved it. But this one I gave 3 stars. It's the first book that I've given her like less than 4 stars, and which I'm shocked by. But I'm hoping that the second book in this duology is much better, and hopefully I will get around to it sometime in the next year. Whew. Sorry, I had to get my blood. Oh. Just kidding. I had to get my drink. You thought I was a vampire. You thought I was a vampire, didn't you? Just kidding. I'm fucking weird. So, now on to my book stack of books that I want to read before the end of the year. So, 10 before the end. Okay, number 1. War and His Queen. This is the follow-up series to Elite Kings Club, and I want to get into the reread so I could get reacquainted with the characters. I love her writing style. It's cliche, cringy at times. Okay, I love her. I love her to death. Okay, I love her to death. Even though I don't know her personally, I love her books. Like her books alter my brain chemistry. Like, oh my god. But I say that I want to go into this with fresh eyes. So, yeah, this is on the list. Secret Society, Enemies to Lovers, like always. But you know what? I'm not complaining. I love Enemies to Lovers. Yes, that's basically all I know. And that's all I want to know. Up next, I haven't been having that much of a good track record with this author. And it sucks because I love so many of her books. I do. But lately her recent releases haven't been hitting as much. They just haven't. And that is Cora Riley, Sin and Redemption. I have heard mixed reviews about this book. And I'm nervous because the premise sounds promising, but the execution is just not there from what I see in the reviews. So they both get kidnapped and endure horrendous things. And so from that, the story goes on and their love, I'm guessing, develops. And it's just many people do not like this one. And I'm scared for it, but I want to read it. I want to know my take on this book. Oh, this one's a bit out of my comfort zone because I have not read this author's backlist before. I have not read any of her books. So, and that is Calabasas by R.F. Kuang. I mean, let's take a look at her edition, like her first print edition. Like, focus on that, please, and thank you. Like, the sprayed edges look so divine. But all I know is that two students go after their professor who's stuck in hell, who gets trapped in hell, and they have to go through like the 7 layers of hell, or I forgot how many there is, to retrieve him, to bring back his soul of some sorts. And in turn, these two students develop this love, like this relationship with each other, this sort of romance, if you will. But yeah, that's all I know. I'm intrigued by it and I want to read it before the end of the year. Okay, another Emma Jones, Wicked. I've had this book since it came out for literally like, let me see. I've had it for 3 years. I've been wanting to read it. This is like sort of a sequel to Sicko. It follows one of the characters from that book, and obviously it's Wicked, as you can see. And I've been wanting to read his book for so long. I've anticipated it, but I just never got around to it. I don't know why, but every year I'm always hoping that I get to it. And yeah, all I know is that it's a motorcycle romance, and he full on disrupts her wedding day and kidnaps her. Finger licking good special. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. And then there's this book. I'm scared to read this book because I've heard mixed reviews about it, but the majority of the reviews I've seen are just gut wrenching. Like, they feel so gutted. A Love Letter to Whiskey. I also heard that it got traditionally published, which good on her, on the author. Love that for her. Here it is, by Candy Steiner. I've had this book for 4 years now, and I've always just been so scared to read it because I know I'll feel some type of way, because I heard that it's just a complicated, complex, you just want to hate them type of story, love story. And yeah, there's that. Now, this one I'm also afraid to read. Can you tell this pattern that's going on right now? This that I'm afraid to read these books, but I need to or want to read them. Can you tell there's a pattern going on? Fairy Tale. I'm terrified to read it because, well, I'm a little scared to read it because, well, I heard that it's that you really need to take your time with it and you need to be patient with the story, the plot, everything. And I'm also terrified to read it because
that's a thick ass bar.
Veronica Lancet, what do you have to say? Clearly a lot. This is literally bigger than my head. But I'm afraid to read another book from this author because last year I forgot what it was, but I'll put up a picture right here. I forget the book name, but I gave that book 1 star. I did not like it at all. I just remember thinking, wow, that was a big plot twist that makes me disgusted. Okay. And ever since then, I've been weary to read another book by this author, but I've heard just amazing things about this book, Fairy Tale. I don't know if I said the title already, but it's called Fairy Tale. Look at the cover. Amazing. Absolutely stunning. 2, 3, 4. 6 down. 4 more to go. Sorry, guys. I got bronchitis. I want to start this series so bad, but like I'm nervous because of how long the series is. Babes, it's is it I'm guessing like 12 books long? 12 or 11 books long. I don't know, but that's the Zodiac Academy books, the series. I want to read The Awakening. That's what it's called. Yes, The Awakening. And I really want to get into it. I just want to know what the hype is about. I want to hop on the wagon. I feel like so late because many people raved about this series like years ago and everybody and their mother was reading it. And I just never got around to it. Until now. I have this itch to read them. But I know it's going to be a commitment because of how long the series is. These books, most of these books, the leftover books, you're probably you probably heard from past videos of how much I want to read them, but just don't seem to have the time to get around to them, the need to get around to them, or the commitment to want to get around to them. Torment by Dylan Page. I've heard from so many people that the duology, this part one and part two, is just so heartbreaking. So heartbreaking and gut wrenching that it put me off for quite some time. But now, like, I just have that sort of itch to want to read it. Like, with Zodiac Academy, like, I feel like I want to get on the bandwagon of what this series is about. Because I have all the books right here. Right here. I just want to know what the hype is about and I just want to see what makes this duet so devastating. But I'm also nervous. Motorcycle romance, that's all I know, all I want to know. Taming 7 by Chloe Walsh. Need I say more? I feel super late getting on to this choo-choo train of Chloe Walsh. I just read Saving Sex and Redeeming Sex this year. But I want to at least read Taming 7 by the end of the year so I can read Releasing 10 next year. But I know that I will not read Releasing 10 this year. I just know it. So I want to at least get to this one before the year ends. And yeah, I'm excited but nervous. Last book. You're probably going to look at me like, "Girl, come on now. Come on." Are we surprised? Alchemist by Senlin Yu. This book is heavy. I want to read it so bad, but it's a lot to commit to. So much to commit to. And I'm trying to figure out when is the right time to commit to it. But honestly, I don't think any time will be good. So I might just say fuck it and start this book after I'm done with it if it makes you happy. I don't know, honestly. Who knows? But I want to get around to it. And I'm done holding this because it's heavy. So those are the 10 before the end books that I would like to get around to before the end of the year. And that was also my October wrap up. It's not that many books, I know, but like I'm hoping that in November I get around to at least 4 or 5. I forgot to mention that I am sick and that I have just like a common cold that's also making me sound very raspy and just like a chain smoker. No, it's disgusting. Anyways, but yes, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.